All right, so you keep hearing we are still interviewing more candidates. Well, chances are they are. It is right now a hiring market on the employer side. Now, that of course goes in ebbs and flows, and soon it will flip, and the candidates will have their candidate market back. But right now, it is an employer's market, so they probably are interviewing other candidates. But what can you do? You have to kind of look at this as an opportunity. So, number one, you're still in process. You didn't get that no. So, chalk that up as your first win. If we haven't met, I'm Jeremy Nichols. I am a full-time headhunter and recruiter in the hospitality space. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I am here on this channel to help job seekers just like you and also fellow recruiters as we navigate this current hiring market. Now, although it is true that they are most likely interviewing more candidates, you want to differentiate yourself from the others. And there are plenty of things that you can do. And the first easiest thing you can do is get their contact info and find out how you can reach out. Now, email is best, so make sure to grab that business card and send that thank you letter. No matter what you've heard, you probably heard people tell you you don't need to do it. Look, you only have something to gain, nothing to lose. I say this all the time. So send that personalized thank you letter. Don't make a bogus one that you copy and paste. Make sure it has a little bit of detail on the person that you met with. So if you conducted a good interview with a person, you might have a few nuggets you can put in there. Maybe something that you talked about in the interview, maybe one of their likes or dislikes or a joke that you shared. Make it personal and professional and follow up with that hiring manager or recruiter with that thank you email. It will be something that will first differentiate yourself from the others, because as much as you think everybody's doing it, they are not. So navigating through this current hiring market is stressful. I completely get it. And if you want to hear more tips and you want to just be updated on what's going on in the market, especially in hospitality, please subscribe to this channel. And every single week on Thursday, I'll be updating this channel with new videos. Now, the second thing that you should be doing is carving in some time where you can follow up with the hiring manager, right? So simply say something at the end of the interview like this: "Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you. I enjoyed this interview. May I circle back with you on Wednesday just for an update on the process? I'm very excited to join the team." Now, that was just kind of a generic template on what you can say, but take the gist of what I said and apply that at the end of the interview. What that's going to do is have them commit to a time where it's okay for you to reach out. So maybe you don't feel like you're annoying them and they're expecting that email. That's also going to help you look like you're prepared and organized, and you're going to follow through with your commitment. Now, little things like that will set yourself apart, and it will keep on differentiating yourself from the rest of the pack. Now, the third thing you can do is something you should be thinking about in all interviews, and that is who you're interviewing with and what is their role in the process. Now, if you're working with a recruiter like myself, and I'm a third-party recruiter, a headhunter, an external recruiter, so I'm hired by companies to go and place difficult-to-fill positions. If you're working with an external recruiter, you should, number one, know that right from the get-go. They should be telling you that. And you should feel comfortable reaching out to them throughout the process, no matter when. When I speak to candidates, I say, feel free to call, text, email me anytime. We are partners on this search. I'm working on your behalf and the client's behalf. So think of me kind of like your agent. So if I have advice or I'm getting updates, I'm going to let you know. But if you have questions throughout the process, reach out. So definitely make sure you understand who you're speaking with, because there's sometimes you might not know that, And you might forget that you have that middleman, that middle person, that contact that can help you navigate the search a little better. Now, if you're interviewing with the internal recruiter or within the company, then make sure you follow the 2 tips I shared before, but still understand who you're speaking to. Their internal recruiter, most of them, will be very receptive to you reaching out throughout the process. And you can do that every 2-3 days if you'd like. I come from that side. I spent 17 years on the internal side before going on my own. And I never was upset when candidates would reach out looking for updates because I was on the front lines. I was the director of recruiting and I was the one filtering the candidates to the hiring managers. Now, if it's a CEO, a C-suite, or somebody that is not someone that's highly accessible, I would be very cautious on how often you reach out to them and try to go through the recruiter or the manager that you met with first in the process. So again, try to understand who in the process you're talking to and then figure out how you're going to communicate to them throughout the process. But definitely ask this during the interview process. And to find that out, just do a little digging in the beginning of the interview, the first contact, and just ask the person something like this. Can you tell me a little bit about your role in this company? And from there, that person will tell you their title and what they do. And if it's a headhunter or a third-party recruiter like myself, they sure as heck are going to tell you. Now, the 4th thing that you should be doing in this interview and in all interviews is not to put all your eggs and all your passion into one basket. And just understand that if they are interviewing other candidates, you might be, unfortunately, running up against a superstar who has every single box checked, and unfortunately maybe you're missing just that one box and you just didn't make the cut. And that's okay, because this is going to give you practice going forward. And just remember those 3 steps I told you in the beginning of this video. Just remember those and apply them going forward. As we keep on progressing through this market, I said before, right now it is an employer's market, but eventually it will flip. It always does. And there will be new rules and new changes and new tactics and new techniques, and technology is going to change and evolve. And when that happens, we will be on top of it. So thank you again for watching this video. If there's any questions that you have at all, please put them in the comments section below. If you want to send me a direct message, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can also find me on Clubhouse. I will be hosting a show every single Friday at 11 Eastern. And also, you can message me or email me at jeremy@geckohospitality.com. Again, thank you so much for subscribing and watching these videos, and I hope you have a great week.